I mean, keep in mind, guys, literally 6 months ago, I was addicted to pills, dude. I was almost 300 pounds. I was at like rock bottom.
So I'm cutting out everything, alcohol, partying, and only focused on this transformation. Let the days begin.
I feel like there is horrible stigma related to gaining weight, and I constantly just want to crush that because listening to your body is just the most important thing.
As we know, YouTube is a platform for content. Some make vlogs, some make music, and some make videos of their incredible body transformations. Not to say every single person on this list necessarily made a video, but there is enough proof that these YouTubers put in some serious work to achieve their goals, whatever that may have been. This list includes people who put on and lost weight, whether it be for health reasons or even competition. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to InformOverload. I'm your host for this one, Jared Bronstein, and I won't lie, guys, this quarantine definitely saw me go through a bit of a transition myself, and unfortunately not for the better. But that's alright, life's a long-term game, and I'm focused on becoming the healthiest me possible. Regardless, guys, make sure to stick around to the very end for some comment replies and hit that subscribe button unless you genuinely don't enjoy being entertained. Then just get out of here. Now, before we officially start our list, we gotta give a huge shout out to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Like I said, guys, quarantine hasn't been good for me in regards to my diet and mental health, but I will say Manscaped hooked it up. I know you guys always comment on my hair and my beard, but unfortunately the hair doesn't just, it doesn't stop there. The great thing about Manscaped is that they're the only men's brand dedicated to below the waist grooming and hygiene. Manscaping accidents are finally a thing of the past. When I tell you this is premium, I mean premium. The battery will last up to 90 minutes, so you can take a longer shave. And not to give you guys too much info, but let's just say in the past I've used other razors and it hasn't ended well for me. So this is my new friend. Like, we're talking like a trip to the ER. I'm kidding. But seriously, guys, I'm hooking it up. You get 20% off and free shipping with the code INFORM20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code INFORM20. When you purchase the new Perfect Package 3.0 kit online at manscaped.com, you get the biggest bang for your buck. Of course, there's the Lawnmower 3.0, the best below the belt razor, but you also get some refreshments for your two friends hanging out down there as well. You know what I'm talking about. So use code INFORM20 at manscaped.com and thank me later. Actually, don't tell me about your business down there, just do it yourself. Alright, back to the video. Starting this off at number 10, Logan Paul. Although Logan has always been in good shape, being an athlete throughout high school and all, the kid really bulked up for his fight with KSI. Coming in at just under 200 pounds for the rematch, we're talking literally 199.4 pounds at the official weigh-in, it's very evident that Logan put on muscle while training for his two fights. Their first bout, Logan came in at 189.6 pounds, so the fact that he put on 10 pounds of muscle alone for the rematch is insane. But like I said before, it was quite evident when looking at the guy. I mean, he probably normally walks around at, I want to say like 175, 180. Can't say for sure, but he's definitely not walking around in the same weight he fought KSI in. And to no surprise, Logan's rival and the winner of the fight makes an appearance a little bit later on this list. Coming in next at number 9, Gabbie Hanna. Gabbie actually posted a 30-minute long YouTube video to her channel titled My Full Body Transformation Emotional. Over the course of the video, she not only talks about how she managed to get into the best shape of her life, as she put it, but also actually showed the footage of her working day in and day out over the course of 10 months. And although it was tough for Gabbie to not only put the video together but actually publish it, as you can imagine, she received an incredibly positive response. But aside from the physical side of things, Gabbie admits that her mental health improved as well due to her consistent diet and activity. And going through the comments of her video, you can see a lot of people actually saying the video either inspired them to go work out or just motivates them in general to accomplish their goals. Moving on to number 8, Scarce. Interestingly enough, Scarce was one of the boxers to fight on the undercard of the Logan KSI match in Manchester. After agreeing to fight Raka, Scarce would get to training in hopes of securing the victory. As we know, unfortunately, Raka would get the best of him, but in his follow-up video, Scarce explains how Raka was actually a really cool dude and there was no ill will between them at all. However, it seems his weight loss journey started way before he was slated to fight on the undercard of the Logan KSI fight. Posting a side-by-side image of himself on Twitter captioned, "Here's my weight loss transformation, 100 pounds in 6 months. We'll post a full video on the whole journey next week." Aside from getting praise from the likes of Ethan Klein from H3H3 and Boogie, Scarce also replied to a tweet saying, I quote, "I actually started hitting the gym back in April of 2017 because I couldn't stand listening to all the fitness talk while laying around eating ice cream. PKA was definitely a huge inspiration, especially Kyle's fat shaming." It seems at the end of the day, even though he lost the fight itself, Scarce feels he's in a much better place regarding his health, and at the end of the day, that really is what's most important. Now in at 7, Cash Nasty. Now considering how he joined YouTube back in 2013, it's no surprise there was a transition when it came to Cash's body. I think watching anyone over the span of 7 years, you're going to notice some changes physically. However, it doesn't take much more than a quick glance at some of his older videos to see this man really bulked up. He's posted videos about his transformation before with titles including My 4-Year Body Transformation and Diet, What I Eat in a Day, and My Full 1-Year Bodybuilding Transformation, How I Did It Step by Step. But it seems the one thing Cash always drives home in his videos is that the most important thing about changing yourself is mentality. And I agree, regardless if you want to put on size, lose weight, or even maintain where you are, you gotta just have the right mindset. Really, anything is possible. Now at 6, Rémi Ashton. Rémi posted a video titled "What I Eat in a Day to Lose Weight, How I Lost 50 Pounds," in which she showed her 2.5+ million followers exactly what she did. However, since documenting her journey starting back in August of 2017, Rémi has since done plenty of interviews, and there was specifically one with Yahoo where she got brutally honest. Back in the 2019 interview, Rémi said, I quote, "I had all these insecurities before and they came out while losing the weight, which is so crazy, and I wasn't expecting that. You're constantly looking at what's working and what's not working, and what's looking different and what's not looking different. It's an unhealthy thing for sure. But still, looking back, if there's something she could do different, it would simply be just to love herself in the moment." She went on to say, "Accept your body for how it is now and accept every part about it. Everything about you is amazing right now. I wish I could go back in time and tell myself that." Still, it seems her work has paid off because she ended the interview saying, I quote, "All I know is I'm so much happier and healthier than I was before." Halfway through our list at number 5, we got Vitali. Now I will say Vitali has openly admitted to using steroids in the past while on the No Jumper podcast. Although he claimed to have taken testosterone for the past 3 years and started taking human growth hormones about a year prior to the podcast, people really noticed a difference in his body when he showed insane muscle growth. Over the years, Vitali did have his weight fluctuate, but it was never as noticeable as it's become in recent years. And clearly the steroids are working because, the guy's huge. He claims everything he's on is 100% legit and says not only does he feel great, but physically his body is the healthiest it's ever been. Now guys, I do want to make something very clear. I will say everyone's body is different. I do not encourage you guys to necessarily follow his steps. Just find what works best for you personally. On to number 4, we got FouseyTube. For those of you who have been a fan of Fousey, you'd know he's gone through a few body transformations over the years. When he first came on the scene, this guy was jacked. But in 2015, he would post a video explaining his body transformation, where he mainly talked about how when he moved to LA, food became a crutch and it took a serious toll on his health. Aside from overeating, Fousey also claims his mental health deteriorated, and overall, he just didn't seem like he was in a good place. In the video Fight for Your Happiness, Weight Loss Motivational Speech, Fousey goes in depth regarding his journey, and although it's a little outdated, it's still incredibly motivating to see. As we know, he would go on to also train to fight in a boxing match against Slim, which led to another transformation. And to no surprise, we got a few other YouTuber boxers on here, but not till a little bit later. Now at number 3, Paege. Jessie posted a video as recently as April of 2020 talking about her weight gain journey. For those of you who are unaware, Jessie actually suffered from anorexia, and after working on her health over the course of the year, she decided to post a video all about her experience. Initially, she posted a video about her gaining 30 pounds, and after she got a generally positive response, decided to make another video. However, this time around, she gets very honest and speaks about how not only the eating disorder affected her physically, but took a huge toll on her mentally as well. As of now, she seems to be in a very healthy place, and I'm gonna keep rooting for her. Now at number 2, we got KSI. I couldn't include one without the other, and although KSI may not have looked physically as strong as Logan, he still won the fight. And that's not a chirp, it's just facts. But as we know, KSI is the undefeated boxing champion of YouTube, and although Jake Paul technically holds that title as well, I think whenever the two finally duke it out, KSI will be victorious. I don't know, the guy's just a champion. Either way, KSI being on YouTube for so long has actually grown up over the years, and to no surprise, his body has changed as well. Aside from literally documenting himself going through puberty pretty much, KSI gained 10 pounds of muscle from his first fight with Weller to his most recent match with Paul. At first, KSI weighed in at 182 pounds against Weller. Then in his fight with Logan, he came in at 187. With the rematch, he clocked in at 193, and although I don't know his walking weight, I'm going to say it's definitely not 193. Either way, I'm sure he'll put that muscle back on when he fights Jake, and hopefully wins. Let me know who you guys got in that, in the fight. Let me know down below. I don't know. Nothing against Jake. I just think KSI is gonna win. Now at number 1, Eugenia Cooney. Much like Paege, Cooney also suffered from eating disorders, and it got to the point that her friends actually forced her to seek help. If you know of Eugenia, then you likely know her appearance concerned a lot of her fans and viewers, pleading her to seek help. However, speaking on this, she explained, I quote, "It's still hard to see things the way other people do sometimes. It's hard to admit that to yourself. You can't force anyone into treatment because you can't make them get better. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to do the work and who has to be there." Thankfully, after taking some much needed time away, Eugenia was able to work with professionals to get to a healthier place, and now seems to be doing quite well. And there you guys have it for the top 10 insane YouTube body transformations. I do want to say, guys, at the end of the day, please try to focus on the health aspect of things rather than appearance. Don't get me wrong, guys, we're all hard on ourselves. I definitely have my days where I don't feel I look great, but it's important to remember at the end of the day, health needs to be a priority. Someone once told me how you see yourself is completely different from how the rest of the world sees you, and I think that's something we should all keep in mind. We're all our own worst critics, so let's start loving ourselves and just focus on just being healthy and happy. Wishing you guys all lots of love. Huge shout out to Manscaped for sponsoring this one. And now let's reply to some comments from the video. Billie Eilish responds to claims she got her Grammy because she's white. Sierra Ramson said, he really just opened up and said, what poppin'? Yeah, I did. And I saw someone else comment being like, oh my god, that's so cringy. Can we all just talk about how there's a song called What's Poppin' by that guy Jack Harlow and everyone's on TikTok literally saying, yeah, what's poppin'? So don't try to come at me like that. You guys are all doing TikToks to a song that says what's poppin'. I was born in '94. That's what we say. We say what's poppin'. So what's poppin'? Axeline said, me waiting for my comment feature. Boom. You've been featured. What's poppin'? David Mark said, why do people judge people by their skin color? We are all human beings and we need to love each other regardless of their skin color. David, you said it best, my friend. Unfortunately, not everyone thinks the same way we do, and that's pretty much racism in a nutshell. Also the fact that, you know, in the past, you know, the systemic racism, it's kind of been like embedded in us. So that's also why, but there are people that are just trash people that just don't think the way you and I do apparently. So, and if you're one of those people that don't think all humans are the same, let me know. I'll take care of you. Anyways guys, that's it for this one. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. You guys have been watching IO. Once again, use our code on manscaped.com. That's INFORM20, and we'll see you guys in the next one. You gotta just have the right mind. You gotta just have the mic right. Easy for me to say, eh? Now at number 1, Eugenia Cooney. Much like Jesse Paege, Cooney also suffered from... I'm gonna take that out again. That was so fast.